Yeah, we here. Let's get straight to it. I'm right back at you like I never left, and I'm gonna go this hard to my last breath. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Canoon, Consul Moon. You already know what you're gonna give me. Step in this room, you're now dealing with Canoon. Yeah, I'm here. While I'm here, I'm gonna make the information direct and clear because a lot of y'all can't hear. Yeah. Now, welcome back to Make My Ancestors Great Again. This is another episode of My Thoughts. And as the title states, War in Heaven on My Thoughts 282. What brought me to this title, I believe I spoke about this before. I don't know in what contextual manner, maybe just a Bible verse or so I shared with you. A gentleman named James David Manning, the church Atala, and that acronym ATLAH means all the land that anointed or anointed by him, whatever the case may be. It's somewhere up in there. He's in Harlem. He's from South Carolina. He was a great crime committer, crime breaker, a lawbreaker. I'm sorry. He committed crimes. He was a great lawbreaker. So he's probably speaking from his own damage and destruction that he put into the community. He said some disparaging things, and I want to show you that. That's what brought me to this title. Okay, so let's listen to the ancestors, and we'll get straight into this episode. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I thank you for watching.
One thing you have to get through your mind and keep it. Nothing that ever came from the European mind was meant to do anything but facilitate European domination of the world. And I said there's no exception.
All right. Now, what I'm speaking about, like I said, is David Manning, James David Manning. And he was sitting there screaming and hollering if Jesus and God is black, heaven to be a ghetto and all this old carrying on. Okay. So I'm going to show you that video. I don't own it. You can go to his channel, Atala or James David Manning, wherever you can find it at. Watch it in its entirety. I'm just sharing this clip as a fair use. I'm going to give my thoughts, opinions, and scrutiny. And I believe this is a teaching moment. Okay. For these people to be propped up in front of you, to be so intellectual, so smart, so well-rounded, so knowledgeable, such in a position that know everything, that he can constantly teach you. Now, just because a person is older than you doesn't mean that he's greater than you. Rather that be in knowledge, physical abilities, any type of attributes. Okay. A young person can run circles around old people in many different facets of life. Okay. Knowledge, thinking, speaking, all kind of things can come into hand. Okay. Let's look at this peculiar specimen. Okay. I seen him on another show talking about how he robbed 100 and some people. All he did was rob and this and that, and he did prison time for this. Okay. So a lot of these people, they always find religion. You see, when you go to jail, when you faced with all this time, you start finding Allah, you find Yahshua, you find Yahweh, you find Jesus the Christ, a dead white man on the cross. And the video is longer, and he shows a dead white man on the cross, and it came up the way he's going to be speaking. I'm trying to give you some context. Is people send him an email and say, hey, why do you have that white Jesus with his arms open behind you? And people was typing on there and said, hey, Jesus is black. This is all opinion based. There's never been a man named Jesus. This is all, when you start talking about this stuff, you're talking about allegory, oral tradition, mythology, and fiction. Okay. And he said, I'm going to keep it white because if it's a black man, then he go into this spiel. So let's look at that. This is David Manning. Let's look at him.
If Jesus is black, I ain't going to heaven because heaven it would be if Jesus is a black man, heaven is a ghetto, and they're up there shooting now and living on food stamps. If Jesus is black, that's what heaven gonna be like, and I ain't going. I ain't not if Jesus is black, because heaven gonna be a ghetto.
No, heaven gonna be a ghetto. I mean, this man screaming, brother. It says he went to a theology school. He got a degree in all this, but this man doesn't know his Bible. Show me what contextual manner is he speaking about this from? Is he just saying knowing black people, quote unquote, there's no people called that, but African people here in America have did nothing but cause destruction to the point that if this black man named Jesus the Christ is the one that's heading heaven, it will be just as you've seen on earth. You see, is he just saying it just in that typical fashion, which is very, it's still disparaging, because everywhere you go in the world, African people here in America, or black people, as he termed it, does not commit crime. They don't look to get over and steal and shoot and use food stamps. There's plenty of people in America, African of nature, or black, as he termed it. They never had food stamps. They never even signed up for it. They're hardworking people, the working class people. This gentleman was in Harlem. He believed Harlem is all anointed and all this type of stuff. That's why he named his church Attila, all the land he anointed. Okay. All the land that he anointed. That's what it is. ATLAH, whatever. Okay. So he went to school, but he doesn't know his Bible. You hear me? If he knew his Bible, he would know in Revelations 12:7-9, it was a war in heaven. So if he believed that this white man who doesn't use food stamps, who doesn't shoot, who doesn't steal, who doesn't kill people, who never hung people that look just like his big fat ass, all through Harlem, hanging people all in Money, Mississippi, Philadelphia, he didn't remember living through that time. He's still dressed like he's in the Harlem Renaissance era. He's saying today that people lost their sense of black and this and that because Martin Luther King. See, this man is very opinionated, but he doesn't have any factual basis behind what he's talking about. He wants you to just believe that's what happened and this is where we at today. No, you have to, when you say something, you got to have some knowledge and you got to bring something behind it. You hear me? So this gentleman is just talking. He know how he abused people, his own people. He know how he robbed people. He never robbed nothing but black people, I'm sure of it. He know how he pulled weapons on people who looked like him and carved his way through life before he went to prison. Then he found a dead white man on the cross named Jesus the Christ. But as I stated, this man don't know what the hell he's talking about, because if he knew, he would have knew this verse here that I'm going to show you right now. So if he believed that the white man is all peace, he never did nothing to nobody, the white man, he don't use food stamps and all this type of stuff. How did this happen in heaven? If this is all white heaven and this white Jesus got everything, all in peace, how did this happen? Revelations 12:7-9. Okay, let me read that on this side. You can just screenshot this. This is just information showing you that this man, if he knew anything that he was talking about, rather he believed that God is filled up with white folks and white folks is in charge of heaven, Europeans. The Europeans made a mishap. In Revelations 12:7-9, this is King James. And there was a war in heaven. That says it all. I don't have to read the rest. You can read it. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against the angels and prevailed not. Neither was there a place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He cast out into the earth, and the angels were cast out with him. So if he believed that the dead white man on the cross is in charge of heaven, and I mean, obviously he don't think that the European can do anything. He don't break laws. He don't shoot. He don't use guns. He never been in a ghetto type of environment. He only live in luxury and he only have the cream of the crop. If that's the case, I'm assuming he's saying that the Bible is based on white principle and European people. What happened here? You see? It don't have to be a black Jesus and black. Oh, I ain't going, because if he's black, it's going to be this and that. The white boy the dead white man on the cross, the white boy, Jesus allowed this to happen. So whether you paint Jesus black or white, this is all theology, allegory, mythology, and fiction. It doesn't matter, because a war broke out in heaven with them dear old white folks who like to shoe, shuck, and jive, shoe shine, and do all their shoes for. They still failed you. You hear me? And this man is an Uncle Tom. I know in the South they say Sambo because they remember Uncle Tom helped you and all this. I wasn't raised in the South. I was raised in Los Angeles, California, South Central to be exact. This man is an Uncle Tom, and we put the word Tom there because most European men name her Tom. So he's Tomming. You hear me? This is an Uncle Tom, a sellout, a jigaboo, a person that they laugh at. He come this old chicken eating ass, pork chop sucking boy, a man that they laugh at while he's sitting there trying to present to the world that all black or African people are criminal in nature. This man needs a world-class ass whooping. He needs a kick in his ass once a day, twice on Sunday. And sign me up. I'll fly right out and I'll do the proverbial kicking in his ass. That's my thoughts on this. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consul Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in this room. You're now dealing with Kanoom. This is what I do, and I love to do it. And before I take back what I said, I add smoke to it. This is not to take religion from anybody. This is to restore spirituality, which was taken from you at the time religion was given to you. Okay? Like, share, subscribe, comment. I thank you for watching. If you feel like you want to do something for me, like and subscribe, because it won't cost you a fee. Education and preparation is the first step to retaliation. So before you pick up a weapon or a silly religion, pick up some knowledge. If you were spiritual, you would not be following a man that looks like this. This man looks like, you know what? This man looks like a man that you should not be following, because you did not come to earth to find a God nor a leader. You hear me? If anybody's offended by anything you heard, I meant every word. See y'all tomorrow.